They told us to risk our lives driving through a blizzard. Or lose our jobs. HR went home early. Management stayed silent. And every single one of us was forced to choose between safety or termination. They never expected we'd fight back. All it took was 3 words they were terrified to hear. If you've ever had a boss abuse their power, if you've ever felt trapped by a system designed to punish you for doing the right thing, then hit that like button, subscribe, and settle in. Because this revenge, it was quiet, it was legal, and it was devastatingly satisfying. I work at a factory where 12-hour shifts are the norm. Not 5 days a week, no. We work these brutal rotating schedules, where every second and fourth weekend is mandatory. Your life doesn't really belong to you anymore. You plan birthdays around shifts. You miss holidays. You sleep when the sun's out and work when it's not. And on top of that, we have a point system. On paper, it sounds reasonable. It's supposed to punish people with poor attendance, chronic no-shows, constant late arrivals. But in reality, it's a weapon. You get points for things that shouldn't even be questioned. Time clock malfunctions, +1 point. Sick with COVID, +1 point. Sick with a doctor's note, still +1 point. Family emergency, leave early, +1 point. At one point, there was even a rumor they wanted to assign points for jury duty, which, last time I checked, is illegal. 15 points and you're fired. It used to be 20. Until upper management convinced HR to quietly lower it. So yeah, everyone's constantly walking on eggshells. Now let's get to January. Snowstorm season. The kind of storm where the sky turns gray at noon. The wind howls like it's alive. And the weather alerts won't stop buzzing your phone. Forecasts were predicting anywhere from 6 inches to a full foot of snow. Normally, the factory shuts down early. Everyone knows that. Safety first. No production quota is worth someone sliding off the road into a ditch. But this time, HR sends out a text. As of today, the factory will remain open. We are monitoring the weather forecast for tomorrow and Sunday for any changes. We ask all employees to make the safest decision that's best for you. Sounds reasonable, right? Until the next line. Should you be unable to come into work this weekend, the attendance policy will still apply. Translation: you're free to stay home, but we'll punish you for it. The air on the factory floor turned thick. People weren't even pretending to work anymore. Everyone was checking their phones, swearing under their breath. You could feel the anger buzzing, low, electric, dangerous. Our supervisor pulled us aside and said, "If you need to leave early, you can. But yeah, you'll get a point." A choice with no real choice. Then my coworker Bruce decides he's had enough. Bruce is one of those guys who doesn't talk much, but when he does, it matters. He marches straight up to HR, only to find they'd already gone home. Every single office employee, HR, management, gone early because of the snow. They wouldn't be back until Monday. Let that sink in. The people who made the decision, the people enforcing the policy, they left us behind. One by one, people started clocking out. The snow was coming down harder now, fat flakes, fast accumulation. I stayed longer than most. I was one of only 4 people left by the end of the shift. When I finally tried to leave, I nearly got stuck in the parking lot. My tires spun. The car fishtailed. Snow packed under the wheels. My heart was pounding, not from fear of being late, but from realizing how close I came to being stranded. When I got home, I called my supervisor. "I'm not coming in tomorrow. I can't risk it." He sighed, told me he understood, and reminded me I'd get a point. I barely slept that night. Sunday morning, the snow had started to melt. I made it in. And the first person I saw was Bruce. He was smiling, not a polite smile. A victory smile. I asked him what happened. He leaned in and said just 4 words. I talked to Paul. Now Paul is different. He's our safety supervisor. Union-backed, on the same brutal schedule as us. He doesn't hide in an office. He doesn't vanish during storms. And he takes his job seriously. Union rules give him authority. Real authority. If a safety issue is raised, upper management is legally required to stop everything and address it. HR hates that, they always say. Only bring up safety concerns if it's serious. What they mean is, don't make us look bad. Bruce looked Paul in the eye and said the forbidden words. I have a safety concern. Paul didn't hesitate. People were risking their lives driving through a snowstorm. Not because they wanted to, but because they were terrified of losing their jobs. Paul was furious. He immediately called an emergency meeting. Upper management. HR. On their day off, Monday morning, I was off work. Sitting in my favorite diner. Coffee steaming. Pancakes on the way. My phone buzzed. A message from work, all employees who were unable to work this past weekend will not receive any attendance points. I stared at the screen, then smiled. Breakfast tasted amazing that day. No yelling. No lawsuits. No threats, just accountability. They tried to weaponize fear. They tried to punish safety. They tried to hide behind policy. And all it took was one sentence to force them to back down. Funny thing about power. It only works when people think they're powerless. Sometimes justice doesn't come with fireworks. Sometimes it comes with a quiet text message and the knowledge that they lost. If this story gave you chills, hit that like button. Subscribe for more real-life revenge stories that prove karma doesn't sleep. And tell me in the comments, what's the most unfair workplace rule you've ever dealt with? Because trust me, some words are forbidden for a reason.